I will close by just showing, because Henry asked me to tell what are the current convergence and divergence in their thinking. And so I see that there are a lot of convergence between Russian and Pakistani thinking. First of all, Afghanistan and Afghanistan, they think US position in Afghanistan has reached its limits. And both sort of agree on that. Both have agreed that negotiated peace is the only future of stability in Afghanistan. Both agree that the threat is significantly diminished in Afghanistan, but the Daesh and ISIS threat is emerging, which is a problem for both Pakistan and Afghanistan and Russia. And both believe there is the biggest confusion here. Nobody wants to take Afghanistan's responsibility. Both think that US presence is causing the instability, but nobody wants US to leave Afghanistan either, because then who's going to take care of that?
Vacuum.
Right. Both sides are not knowing what it is. The future dispensation is Kabul relies on US presence. Moscow conference was just held a week back. And so you just mentioned about that the US, the Afghan government was not on the table, but everybody else was there. So what is going on? And at the same time, US is negotiating. That's what is going on, and where Pakistan is in the middle of really playing off China, Russia, US at this point of time. Interestingly, I found that with what's going on between India and Pakistan today, India tried to bring this issue about the issue that happened 3-4 days back on SCO forum, and Russia discouraged that, saying this is a bilateral issue. Shanghai Cooperation Organization is not to bring bilateral India-Pakistan issue there. And that pisses off India, and obviously pleases Pakistan. And you can see that Russia has, I believe, accepted that Pakistan's need of balance of power is somewhat okay. That hegemonic is not really the model that's going to work, because they want to sell equipment to Pakistan. India's veto on Russia's sale to Pakistan no longer applies. That's a big victory for Pakistan thinking. And I think they also agree that the trajectory of Pakistan's nuclear program is not, they might consider cyber space and other technology sales to Pakistan. But the problem is it's very expensive. The Pakistanis cannot afford what the Russians are giving. Plus, my own thinking is that the Chinese influence on Pakistan is so high that the Chinese won't let the Russians go free because they want that market for themselves. After all, China is investing so much in Pakistan. So these exercises are happening, and I would say there are divergences and differences as well. And these are the differences, which is really at the heart of Pakistan's problem. I think they disagree on the status quo on South Asia. Russian thinking is the division of Kashmir is a fait accompli. And for Pakistan, that's a big issue. India is the primary power in the region, and that's clearly an indication which Pakistan has problems with. Russia disagrees with Pakistan's asymmetric strategy, using jihadi elements as the tool of strategy, especially in Kashmir. And this is something the UNSC resolution is an indicator for that. And that's a big diversion. Pakistan is not happy with the sales of S-400 to India. They believe that tilting offense-defense balance in favor of India, and therefore that's destabilizing. Russia has not a big issue of India's role in Afghanistan. For Pakistan, it's a red line. And finally, Russia's reaction to Sino-Pakistan relation is somewhat ambivalent. So I cannot say exactly whether they're happy or they're not, but that's one issue that's somewhere on the question mark. So, and with this, I think these are my concluding remarks. This research continues in this direction. What prompts the US-Russian interest is both geopolitics and defense industry sales, in my view. How will Pakistan balance purchases between Russia, West, and China? This is incompatibility issues because India faced that, When you have Western equipment in your arsenal and you start getting Russian, then become a big problem. India is facing that problem now. And that's one big problem, Will India hold veto over Russia's, Pakistan relations? That is something that's a big question mark, because at some point Pakistani fear that Russia may back away if they don't. And of course, this is something really, it's an observation of mine. It's not a deep analysis about the strategic doctrinal sort of, resemblance. And that's something still going on in the world. So I hope this is okay.